We're up.
Awake, at least, right?
That's true.
I mean, after all, it is 11 o'clock, so we've had at least an hour.
Yes, and this is Double Talk that you're watching right here on Channel 98.
Yes, I'm Michael Mandel.
I'm Mark Steffen, and
we're here to tell you about what...
What are we here for?
I don't
What's
know.
our
Let's
function?
go. Oh. We are here to tell about things that happened locally.
That's true. This will be the quickest 30 minutes you've ever experienced.
As well as for us.
Because you probably walk out of the room.
Well, because it's actually only about 26 minutes of stuff. But plenty of things. You know, summer is tapering off. School has started.
Yes.
For everybody. Well, actually, no, not for the university.
They get it next week.
They get it next week. They start on the 22nd, which is a Thursday, I believe. Oddly enough, because... You know, you have Monday, Wednesday classes and Tuesday, Thursday classes, so people who start a Monday, Wednesday class have to wait till the week after.
Well, the 22nd is Wednesday.
Is it?
Yeah. Sure enough.
Darn, man. That means you gotta
I know that because I'm working on a movie that's resumed shooting on the 23rd, which is Thursday.
Oh, so the calendar is all about you?
Of course.
Is that it? The whole year is made...
I mean,
okay.
No, I just work my way around it.
So 22nd. That's good to know. I'm glad I brought that up so that we get the week straightened out.
And that reminds me, I want to bring something up.
Okay, bring it up.
I'm working on this movie that's shooting in the Las Cruces area, right?
Bring this up.
It's a low-budget film shooting here. We began shooting just a few weeks after the city of Las Cruces fired the film liaison and dumped the film office. You know, the film liaison person could have been very helpful to the film production in helping with locations, smoothing things over, getting the production things it needed. But the city of Las Cruces didn't think it was in their interest to attract movies to this area. Well, there's one here anyway, whether you like it or not. Frankly, I'm discouraging all the people I know in the film business from coming anywhere near Las Cruces. This film snuck in, and actually they asked me to be in it, so I am. But my word to filmmakers, do not come to Las Cruces to make your movie because you won't be welcome.
Okay, well, on the other hand, that's where you make your money. Sometimes, if you ever made money. But at least you get into movies. You know, last week on the show, which perhaps nobody saw, you were talking about how you're discouraging people from Las Cruces, yet you said the film you're shooting had to shoot in La Mesa, Mesilla, San Miguel.
Yes. We're avoiding Las Cruces.
But they don't have any movie liaison people, nor do they give you any money. Those people gave you just as little as Las Cruces, at least.
Not true.
You bring what they give you? La Mesa, for instance. Is there a head of La Mesa?
We're getting free use of locations, including Chopi's Bar and Grill. We're getting free lunches.
That's a personal
free
thing.
meals provided by Andale Restaurant.
Andale is Mesilla, which is almost Las Cruces.
Yes, and
that's because they're friends there.
The film liaison covers the entire region, not just Las Cruces.
You're talking about personal things. You're not talking about governmental things that are helping you. You're talking about specific people things like they're friends of Andale's and they're friends of Chopi's. Well, who wouldn't be? They have good food, so that's good.
So every place we go...
Well, it just so happens that you didn't ask the right place in Las Cruces to give you a free meal.
We didn't need to.
Because you weren't filming anywhere there.
No, Andale's was more than amenable to do such a thing. And they are the ones that are going to be getting credit on the movie. Meals provided by Andale's.
Now I'm in the mood for talking about all the restaurants.
Well, we're going to have to get to that in a minute.
Anyway, so you're mad, but you're actually also being unfair, as usual, towards Las Cruces because nobody in the movie asked Las Cruces, since there is no liaison here, for the entire area, the entire southern New Mexico area. So any place...
The movie decided where they wanted their locations to be.
Yeah.
And...
there is no film office in Las Cruces.
Right.
So we can't suck. They can't suck.
Well, they suck anyway.
I'm just supporting Las Cruces. It's not Las Cruces that does the film stuff. It's actually the state of New Mexico that is supposed to be helping out film companies to work on location.
Well,
they're not doing it.
This is a low-budget film, kind of under the radar, and I'd be surprised if Las Cruces even knows it exists.
What does low budget means? You're not getting paid. Nobody's getting paid, right? You try to do it with the least amount of stuff with borrowed equipment.
No, it's not borrowed equipment.
You're paying for the equipment?
It's very good equipment.
You're paying for the equipment? Somebody's paying for the equipment.
I don't know who's paying for the equipment.
Well, low budget's good. A lot of things are low budget. I think Where's the Millers was low. We're the Millers.
Yes.
That was supposed to be a low budget.
Not that low.
Yeah, it didn't cost more than $37 million.
Oh, okay. By Hollywood standards,
so that's low
moderate.
budget. Yeah, no special effects, except for the spider bite scene.
Oh, well, I haven't seen the movie. Have you?
Yeah, it's
Really?
great. Yeah,
Okay.
I would suggest.
You
We're the
recommend
Millers.
We're the Millers?
If you have go away film companies, we don't want you in Las Cruces. That's
true.
not
Sad but
true.
true. Sad but
That's
true.
what Mark said. We do want you in Las
No,
Cruces.
I want them here.
But
The city doesn't.
He's saying that Las Cruces, as if Las Cruces is a separate entity from the people who run it, the government, people like you.
No, the city
we do want people
The
here.
city manager does not want them here, and he represents the city.
Anyway, I would suggest people see Where the Millers.
Millers?
Of course, if you have anything about people smoking drugs and doing other sexual things, you may like it, but it's awfully funny.
Okay. Well, we were talking about Messia a minute ago.
Yes.
That brings me to the point that Messia now has a new marshal. There's a new marshal in town.
That's right.
And
He was the
Messia-
old
and
he was
Messia
the
has
old
him.
marshal, wasn't he?
Well, he used to be a city cop. And the previous marshal quit to become an investigator with the DA's office. The marshal before that, a convicted felon.
Busted. He was
I don't know how
busted.
convicted felons are allowed to become a marshal and carry a gun, but he did. And then they fired him.
After he was a convicted felon, he stopped being a marshal.
No, he became a marshal after being a convicted felon. You could do that in New Mexico.
It might have been something. You
Yes.
know, we're the land of Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid is supposed to have been a good guy. So there you go. He only killed a few people. But
And
maybe
anyway,
he was
we
right.
had a marshal who was already a convicted felon who finally got fired because he got a DWI, and he went over to Columbus to become the chief of police there
And then he got busted there too.
for selling guns to Mexicans.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that makes New Mexico an exciting state, and we have a lot of work to do to keep up with places like Boston, you know, Whitey Bulger and Chicago, you know, everybody. They have great, exciting gang things happening. If it weren't for that, we would have nothing would be on TV except low-budget movies.
Well, you know, the previous Messia marshal, Mike Gonzalez, got busted for at the Welcome Inn, the bar he owned. He was
That's
running.
one who I thought you were talking about, who had a
no, this is
felony.
before.
Did you go to school with all these
Mike
guys? You went to
Gonzalez-
school with
no,
all
I
these
didn't.
guys, didn't you?
Mike Gonzalez
How
got
come you couldn't-
arrested for running stolen property out of the bar, having prostitution going through the bar, and so he had to leave
You know,
office.
victimless crimes, except for
Yes.
the prostitutes and stuff, people who got stuff stolen. That's
Yeah, stolen merchandise.
Yes,
Yes,
stuff like that.
Which he
So,
he
you know-
loaned to the district attorney to watch on Super Bowl Sunday. Stolen TVs.
Wow, that's good.
Greg
They get just
Valdez.
as good. They get just as good reception
That's
as
true.
unstolen ones.
That's true.
Makes it more exciting. But you know, with all the connections you have with all these police figures, ostensibly, that's how you know all these marshals and sheriffs.
I'm like that with the
You're like
cops.
that. You think you could have got some kind
With
of
a-
deal.
What kind of deal?
I don't know. Maybe could have become something like gone into the fencing business. That would be
Well,
good.
Pickett or Brick?
There was a guy named Pickett, wasn't there?
Is an attorney named?
Oh yeah,
Larry
there
Pickett.
is. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, those things. So we do have a new marshal
He's a new marshal in town.
in Mesilla because
wish
that's
him
such
well.
a crime
Haven.
Haven. There's how many people officially live there? Like 2,500.
I don't
That's
know.
their tax base.
I decided the reason they hire these crooked sheriffs because they know how to steal money from people, which helps Messia's budget. You know, they get giving out. Messia has sunk to the level of a smarmy little speed trap.
Didn't
town.
you already get some sort of a ticket
And-
or something because you had a weird thing on your license
Not
plate?
in Messia.
Oh well, good.
And
See,
so
yeah.
if you're this far into the loading zone with your car parked, you'll get a $100 ticket. And
Really, they're going to pay you
Yes.
$100 to do that?
yes. Oh, and over there they have a sign that says handicapped crossing. If you park there, they'll give you a ticket. Well, you can beat that ticket because there's no such thing in the state of New Mexico
That's
as
right.
a handicapped crossing. Just a word to the wise.
So what do the handicapped people do? Hop?
Well, you know, there's an indentation there in the curb for wheelchairs.
That would be a handicapped crossing.
But there's no such thing as a handicapped crossing to be got given a ticket for parking there. There's a crosswalk that you may not park in, but there's no such thing as a handicapped crossing.
And I think we're still allowed to fight the red light cameras,
Yes, we
right?
are.
Because of a
Fight
recent
on.
ruling. Keep
Fight
fighting.
on.
Well,
Yes.
anyway, you know, driving cars, you get a lot of tickets. That's why you should be biking everywhere, such as the two guys
Yeah.
who are going around the country. And what were they going around for? You can't even remember.
Well, they were riding from Minneapolis to California.
Oh,
And
because they
Jerry
weren't
Smith and his
allowed to
partner-
be.
Well, no, one of them was 400 pounds.
Oh, he wanted to be on the
He tried to get on
losing
the
weight
Biggest Loser,
thing.
didn't get on. So he figured, well, I'll just ride a bicycle across the country. So he and his buddy started doing that. Jerry Smith lost 100 pounds, 150 pounds. Anyway, they finally made their way to Las Cruces. Well, it's downhill all the way from Minneapolis. And,
from Minneapolis, north
well,
to
you
south.
do have to go over the Rocky Mountains a little bit. But he made it here, and his buddy came down with kidney problems. He's got kidney stones. Maybe even worse than that. They're telling him he may need surgery. Now, guys,
he better keep riding his bike to Tucson.
Keep riding. Do not get surgery in Las Cruces.
Stay away.
Make it to Tucson if you can.
That would be the best thing. So, I was thinking, because I forgot about this story, because it was so important when it turned out that it had nothing to do with they're not riding for health or not riding for any nonprofit.
They're promoting.
He's riding because he was mad he couldn't get into the weight loss program.
Well, they're against obesity in America. They're trying to promote no obesity in America. It's too bad he couldn't have gotten sick up in Albuquerque on the way down, because there he could have gotten decent care at the medical school or any of a number of good hospitals.
Well, you can't choose your timing with kidney stones. You could if you kept drinking. He probably was dehydrated most of the time. Once you get down in this area,
especially if you're overweight.
Although people say, if you're overweight,
fat guys sweat a lot, don't they, Mike?
Yes, I know. Look at this, dripping. I'm dripping.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh. Anyway, I think that's a sweet story, kind of. I mean, it's not sweet that the poor guys have got kidney stones.
Well, I hope they make it to Los Angeles, because that's their final destination.
Well, I hope they make it to a good hospital. But from that picture, I would say they're biking, but they have some van backup.
I'm sure I hope
so
they have some support
can go anywhere
units.
they want to go.
They should hop in that car and let them take them back up to Albuquerque.
Or go whatever direction they're going in. Well, it's kind of fun. Anyway, what else is happening?
Well, we have a brand new county commissioner. Do you know that?
That's true.
We spoke last week.
We have a brand old county commissioner.
How our old county commissioner quit her job.
Or Perez.
Karen Perez quit to become a legitimate employee.
She took a job as an engineer because she knows engineering, and we need engineers. So how do you get a job of a county commissioner?
Without being elected?
Job? Yeah, how would
Very
that
good.
happen?
You just get the governor to appoint you.
Wow.
And that's exactly what happened to Ben Rawson.
Ben Rawson, that name is familiar with the legal community in Las Cruces.
Well, he's the son of
Leonard
former
Lee.
state senator Leonard Lee Rawson.
They own a lot of real estate here, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do. A lot of property, a lot of businesses, too.
It could be good. Not bad. I don't know. Was Karen Perez Democrat or Republican? I guess that doesn't matter when you're a county commissioner.
Well, I believe she was a Democrat. In fact, Leonard Lee Rawson is the first Republican to be on the council since Kent Evans quit.
And when you have Rawson, who is so he could die.
He quit so he could die.
He probably could have died anyway. Not saying anything bad about him, but anyway, when you have somebody who's in the construction business as well, I'm guessing the land business, real estate business, do you have any prejudice there in how you vote?
Well, you do.
Do you think?
Well, the Rawsons are fundamental Christians.
Yes.
And so, those all tend to be right-wing leaners.
So what's that going to do? That means we don't care about pollution in the city, or we don't care about if they take this is county commissioners, so we have all these things that the government wants to turn into national monuments, which could make less land for making other real estate ventures. So I would think there would be a shift there.
Ben Rawson's uncle, George Rawson, wanted to develop way out there behind a mountain, all the way up to the mountains. And he had big plans to put in huge neighborhoods up there.
He did put a neighborhood in there.
And he wants to put more in, and he may be thwarted if the wilderness plan gets put in the way the senators want it.
I would guess most of the county commissioners will probably vote against him, but he could start pushing for stuff, so we will see how that works out. He's not going to run once his term is up. He's just going to fill out the term.
No, he wouldn't run. Would he?
It's too much work, you think?
Of course he would.
He said he wouldn't run. That was in the paper. He's not running.
Well, check back with him in a week.
But we'll see. The news, it's so slippery. You never could tell. So, I wonder what time it is. Well, let's see. Never fails. The show has to come to a time where we have to take a break.
It's a good time for a break. We'll do that, and we'll
talk more about city and taxes and all sorts of things. There's the
And
black
watch
hole.
this famous black box tells us it's time now for us to go to a commercial. We'll be right back after these words.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Lost Cruises channel is now on 7 days a week, so keep it right here.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors.
Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate, Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
And
Michael,
we're back.
We are back. Now, did you know that the city of Las Cruces
No, I don't know that
is
one.
attempting to raise your taxes?
Which way? Do you mean my real estate taxes or my sales taxes? Or both?
Take your pick.
I will.
The mayor is
Can I take my
fully
pick?
behind the proposal to raise our taxes. Now, in the recent election, the urge the city was taking to raise our taxes.
I thought that was Ronald Reagan. No more tax.
that
Read
was-
my lips.
That was George Bush.
Oh, was that
Senior.
George Bush? Oh.
Yeah, another Republican lie.
Read my, yes.
And so,
So what are you saying here? So
No,
taxes
Reagan-
shouldn't be raised?
well, President Reagan raised our taxes 13 times while he was president.
Oh, wow.
Mayor Miyagishima wants to raise our tax at least once while he's still in office.
Now, are you talking about real estate or sales tax? Or both?
Uh,
There he is. Ask him.
No,
See, you got to read your stories. I'm
No.
not sure.
the city has nothing to do with property taxes. That's the county.
Oh,
He
So-
wants sales tax to go up.
yeah, but wasn't that for the 911 service?
Right.
So
That got voted down.
Even though we voted down, he wants to bring it back in.
Right. They always keep trying to do things.
What should we do?
Every time we vote against something, they still keep trying to do it. They brought the Field of Dreams in after it had been voted down. They brought the convention center in after we'd voted it down.
That's true.
We voted down taxes.
We
We're going to
voted
bring them up.
against- You know, they would know what they want to do. They go ahead and do it. That's why you have government. So you get to do nothing, and they get to do what they want. As I bring up often, I think the El Paso Ball Club is the prime example of a ridiculous thing to happen just because City Council voted for it. Just as you're right, the convention center was built, and now they're having problems, whereas you could have seen inevitably problems would occur. But no, when you talk about government money, it's better to get things done whenever you can push them through that way. Maybe sometime down the line you'll be able to use it again. The city office building is supposed to perhaps be sold.
Oh, you mean the old city hall?
Yes.
Well, apparently somebody wants to buy it to, what do they want to make out of it, a bank or something?
Well, the bank that's in the middle of on the Main Street will then move. So we will probably crash down this 4-story building in order to build a plaza. Anyway, that's something else. We'll see where the city taxes go there. They will ask for another waiver, and we will be ending up funding these things. But your little pennies that you pay for every time you buy your pack of cigarettes. Oh, you don't smoke. Okay.
I don't.
Whatever food you buy. Oh no, food doesn't count.
No taxes
Sal-
on food or medicine. Finally.
And so what else do you buy? Clothes,
Goods and
a car,
services.
goods and services. Anyway.
Restaurants, in meals, and food,
Restaurants and
clothing.
meals. We can't go to restaurants and meals yet, can we? Let's keep moving along.
Booze.
Because I have to go take a vacation. I've been working a lot.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's take a vacation. Well, you take enough vacations. You take more vacations than most Gentiles I know. But the president takes a lot of vacation time. Don't you think?
Which one are you talking about here?
President Obama. People say, "Oh, he's taking look."
Oh, because he's in Martha's Vineyard.
If he
now?
wouldn't take so many vacations, he might get something done.
You know, he's in Martha's Vineyard right now, and the Egyptian problem escalated because of the over 500 people that were killed who were protesting in a square. And he, while on his vacation, he called off a joint defense tactical training over in Egypt. So that was a presidential move.
The president never
So he-
really goes on vacation. He's still
No,
on
they're
call.
still being prepped.
He might be able to play a little more golf.
That guy, who's that other guy there? They're
Well-
both dressed the same. It's really hard to tell them apart.
Right,
How can you
right.
tell them apart? The one looking towards the camera, probably because he's struck. Presidents need more vacation.
Well, you know,
We don't write those things. That's our. Anyway, that guy took, how much did he take?
well, people were saying, "Oh, President Obama, he's taking 91 days of vacation." Well, in the same period of time, the fellow on the right, George Bush, took 376 days of vacation.
Wait a second. How
Almost 4 times as much vacation.
many
And they're
days are in a year?
They're complaining about
How
Obama.
many days are in a year? 300 something.
Well, it's not in 1 day. It's
65.
you know,
it's
it's
not
in
1
a-
year. It's in the same period.
It's in a
the
session.
8-year time.
yes.
So he took 1 out of 8 days off, huh?
Obama took 3 months. Bush
not
took
much.
over a year off.
That's a lot. Anyway, so who's complaining? Oh,
Somebody
about his vacation.
People always complain.
He needs a vacation. His tan is getting weak. He has to get a better tan. I
Oh,
think.
yes.
So that would work. Anyway, he's going to be coming back to work, I guess, in September. The entire Congress took off for 5 weeks.
Yeah,
It's not
well-
the first time they took off for vacation. They
Well,
get a lot of vacation.
They didn't get anything done anyway. They might as well get off.
They're getting just as much done on vacation as not on
I
vacation.
think if they never came back, we'd be far better off.
It'll be okay. And they get back just in time for school, back east anyway. Because back here, school starts. NMSU starts.
School
right
starts
away.
next Wednesday, doesn't it? The NMSU.
University does.
You're right. The public schools have already started.
So there's a number of, I found the publication that Sun News put out to be very enlightening because it tells you tons of things, tells you places to go for singing and dancing and partying.
If you're a new student.
If you're a new student, and also it gives you a guide from other students of how to act in school. And out of the, I guess, 12 people that were asked, a certain number of them said, now's a good time not to screw off, but to get good grades because it's harder to raise your low GPA after you've lowered it. So keep
Yes.
your GPA up there. They also tell you, join as many clubs as you can.
I disagree with that.
What do you say?
First year, don't join anything. Just worry about your studies. Make friends from your classes if you can in your dormitories.
You're going to have enough
Study,
social things happening
get your classes
anyway.
done. Why be a joiner? You know, unless your parents were in the same
Unless you're a rebel,
sorority,
then join the rebels.
You know, if you're insecure with who you are and feel you need to join something so that you can have them tell you who you are,
You're
fine.
in school.
But when they're at that age, they really don't know who they are anyway. They think they
You go
do.
look for people who have you usually find people who have your like interests.
I-
And if you don't know what you like, well, you
Right.
became a theater person. That's a certain type of person right there.
Right, I went to school to be a journalist.
Oh, but you became a theater person.
Well, I did. I wrapped up. I did all my journalism requirements, so then I moved over to the theater department
And you end up with a degree in,
in journalism.
oh,
Still.
really? You should do something like reporting or news shows or something.
News shows, huh?
You ever think of doing that?
No, I got stuck in this thing, and that's where I'll die.
The acting thing.
So
Well, if I had my druthers. Oh, no, that's okay. I didn't poison your water today.
so also,
Okay, let's keep moving along because
Steve-
we got to
yes,
really.
we got things happening
keep
around
moving.
here. Our U.S. Congressional Representative Steve Pierce is going to be in town this weekend.
He'll be doing a number of
And,
things.
yeah, including hosting a women's forum
What day is that? Today?
just today, all day.
He's also checking out the Tea Party at a church on Three Crosses.
Right. These are the Republican women. Well, he's hosting a women's forum at the Las Cruces Home Builders Association right now. That's at
11?
North
What do you have
2825 North Main Street.
2820. Is that right now or what?
Yes, right now.
Right now.
It's going on right now. You can
If
see
you're
Steve
watching on
Pierce.
Sunday or Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Now he's going to be with the Tea Party folks. When Sunday?
No, Saturday about
Saturday?
6:30 at
Oh, 6:30.
some church on Three Crosses.
Yes.
Look it up. You know, we're not
The
church
Tea Party
guys.
meets there at the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Anyway, so the who?
Seventh-day Adventist, I believe.
That could be right. I can't tell.
On Three Crosses. It's
There's
in my
no
neighborhood.
8th day. Yes, it is. The other thing that's happening is the Men Who Cook.
Men who cook.
That's a good event.
Men who cook. Now, who are these men who cook, and what makes them think they can cook in the first place?
I've been known to cook on occasion.
Yeah, really?
Give me a package of schwans and I can cook it.
You're one of the men who eat.
Yes, I am. Well, you need both types.
Well,
it takes
that's
both.
That's going on today from 6 until 10 tonight at the convention center.
I think it's only $70.
You know, $60 each. Now, food is being served from 6 to 8:30 with live entertainment from 8 o'clock until 10.
I think watching men cook would be live entertainment enough, don't you think? I think that'd be great entertainment. What do I do with this? Oh, no, God.
These are guys
John,
who they've
everything's
learned to
burning.
cook one dish. So they show up and they cook that one dish.
So you expect, I'm guessing they're doing a lot of sunny side up eggs.
And oatmeal. I don't know.
Spaghetti.
Hamburgers.
What? You need water to make spaghetti? I never have it on the plate.
And also Safe Haven Animal Sanctuary today
Oh, we're back with the dogs, huh?
until 2 o'clock this afternoon at Tractor Supply on the corner of Picacho and Valley Drive. They're doing pet adoptions going on right now.
Those dogs. and
That's a good
cats
place
are
to get a
so
pet.
cute.
And
What else? Wounded
well,
veterans.
today
benefits.
going on Wounded Veterans Benefit at NMSU Intramural Field. Unfortunately, that's over by noon today.
But Jesse's Barbecue is sponsoring it, right?
Jesse's Barbecue and Mesilla Valley Model Airplane Club.
Wouldn't
Getting
after
together.
after the benefit, wouldn't they have Jesse's Barbecue? Which, if you say that you
you're there
have
for
Jesse's Barbecue for lunch, it would start at noon.
Then they also have a raffle.
We'll have to go run over there.
The thing is, that's to raise money to help wounded veterans. Isn't that something our government should be doing for the
I
veterans?
would think so. They're
who
the ones who
serve
got them
honorably?
wounded.
Yes. We can't even count on our government to take care of the
They're
veterans
the ones, but they keep
that they
sending.
got wounded.
They're a
I'm
big
disgusted.
organization. They're the ones who send you nickels in the
Unbelievable.
mail. And one other thing. What? The Safe Haven Animal Rescue Adoption?
We talked about that.
Really? What happened with Safe? Why'd you put that down twice?
Forgot to
Just-
erase it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It sounded funny, but anyway, now we can actually finish the show.
What about Dames
with
at Sea? Is that on this weekend?
Dames at Sea, yes.
It's a
at
closing
the Las
weekend.
Cruces Community Theater.
Tonight and Sunday matinee.
And should be good.
At the
Janet
Community
Mosser
Theater.
directed it. She's a good directress.
And so that's what's going on around town here in Las Cruces.
And we'll see you next week.
That closes out another fabulous episode.
Should we say it closes out another fabulous
It does.
episode? It does. If you want more, go on the YouTube and check us out under Double Talk, either Michael or Mark. You'll find us.
You can see past shows there from
At least a year
years
and a half
back.
ago, yes.
So look for us anywhere you can. And of course, this show gets rerun during the week as well. Don't ask me when.
Yes.
'Cause
We'll
we
see
never
you
know.
later.
Thanks for joining us right here on
Double Talk.